Every person you meet and interact with impacts your life in some way and impacts their life in some way, even if you don't even know it. The person walking down the street who gives you a weird look, or the cashier at the store who gives you an extra dollar in change. This can happen on a day-to-day basis, and most of the time you don't even realize it. In Looking for Alaska by John Green, the main character, Miles Halter, is affected by Alaska Young, his first love, and she changes his life forever in ways that he could have never expected. In the moment, he doesn't realize the impact she has on him, but after her sudden death, he is forced to face the reality of life and become at peace with her loss. His junior year of high school, Miles moves to a charter high school, Culver Creek, and quickly notices Alaska. In the next few months of his life, he is desperately trying to understand her and how she functions. One night, the two of them finally get together, and Miles is overjoyed. However, when he wakes up the next day, he discovers that she died in an accident that night after she suddenly left his dorm room. First, he enters a state of confusion where he's consumed with the question of what happened in Alaska's last moments. Then he starts to come at peace with it and learns about life itself and himself in the process. In the end, he realizes that he should just let Alaska be the way she is and go on with his life to discover his great perhaps. And next, I'm going to read a section of the book. I'd finally had enough of chasing after a ghost who did not want to be discovered. We'd failed maybe, but some mysteries are meant to be solved. I still did not know her as I wanted to, but I never could. But we knew what could be found out, and in finding it out, she made us closer. The colonel and Takumi and me anyway. And that was it. She didn't leave me enough to discover her, but she left me enough to rediscover the great perhaps. I really enjoyed reading Looking for Alaska and its philosophical themes that were introduced in the last half of the book. One of my favorite parts of the book was when Alaska and Miles were the only people on campus during their Thanksgiving break. They really bonded during that time, and I can tell there was a connection that would be proven necessary at a later time. The second thing I enjoyed while reading the book was the sense of mystery at the second half of the novel. It was entertaining to see Miles try to figure out why Alaska died, but it seemed as if they would never figure it out. The third thing that I liked about the book was the ending. It really tied the book together and satisfied the whole plot and the reader and Miles himself. All in all, Looking for Alaska was an excellent novel that I would read again any day. The themes were deep and well explained, and I felt a strong connection to Miles and his struggle through grief. I would recommend this novel to anyone, anytime.